Today's show, It's Snow Time, will make you fall in love with winter all over again. There is no better place to start winter than in the heart of Michigan. There is lots of snow for some great cross-country skiing up and down the incredible hills of the Ogemaw County Pathways. And what would be a winter trip without some ice fishing? As we discover that there are over 100 ice-covered lakes in this county to choose from. Chills and thrills. That is what we will bring you today.
Production of Great Getaways is made possible by Rocky's Great Outdoors. Located in Burton, Michigan, Rocky's carries a complete line of motorcycles, snowmobile, camping, and hiking gear, including canoes and kayaks. State Building Company, serving mid-Michigan for over 50 years, with quality windows, insulation, roofing, and siding, including complete residential and commercial remodeling. Forward Corporation, operating over 30 complete convenience centers, motels, and restaurants across Northeast Michigan.
It's the sound of snowmobiles that excites us for our first winter stop, a day on the perfectly groomed trails in Ogemaw County. Winter in Michigan means great fun, and one of the best ways to experience its thrill is from the seat of a snowmobile. Some of the finest trails are found in Ogemaw County thanks to the hardworking volunteers of the Ogemaw Hills Snowmobile Club. They keep the nearly 100 miles of trails throughout the county primed and ready for your enjoyment.
We're here in West Branch today. We've got a beautiful day here, snow all over the place, and we're with the Ogemaw Hills Snowmobile Club. I'm out here with Dan, and you're going to be taking us out today and showing us some of the trails. How many miles of trail we got here?
We've got 97 miles of groomed trail, and we groom 3 times a week and on Saturday.
Okay.
Try to keep the trail smooth. We tie in with 3 or 4 other clubs with their trails, and we groom to their trails, turn around, come back.
It takes us between 10 and a half and 12 hours on a typical groom. And for both tractors, about 100 gallons of fuel, so people's trail stickers pay for that. It's a tedious job. We groom at about 9 to 10 mile an hour normally, and unless it's really rough and we got to go a little slower. But it's an all-night job. We normally leave between 4 and 5 in the afternoon and try to groom at night, so it gets it a chance to set back up a little bit. Makes for better trail for the people out riding.
Let's talk about the trails a little bit. What kind of terrain are we going through? What are we looking at?
Well, they call this Ogemaw Hills. When you get east of here, it's real hilly, and maybe today we'll go out and look at some of the overlooks.
Okay.
We got straights, flats, and we got just some different kinds of terrain that makes it really interesting.
I know when we started out this morning, we didn't have a temperature. It was showing 0. So it's a little chilly out here, but what a beautiful day we got, and I'm ready to get on the sleds and get going.
All right, sounds good.
All right.
Well suited in waterproof gear and helmeted for safety, we are anxious to throttle up the machines and explore deep into the pine forests. Today's sunlight through the trees makes the ride all the more pleasant. Michigan's premier snowmobile trail system connects with Ogemaw County, but if you're looking for a day or weekend ride, this not-so-far destination is the answer. There is a 3-acre parking lot and pavilion at the Snowmobile Club's headquarters at Alley Park Trailhead, near the corner of Fairview Road and Rose City Road. There also is easy access to the trails from your motel or cabin. Before heading out for a day on the trails, the first question most riders ask is, what is the snow depth and current snow conditions? And that is often followed by, what conditions are the trails in? Reports are available 24 hours a day by phone at 800-755-9091 during the winter season, or you can check online with the West Branch Tourist Bureau.
I'm going to stop for a couple of minutes here just to rest, just to talk a little bit out here on the trail. I'll tell you what, I'm really impressed with the area. I'm impressed with the trails they've got here. I would not have expected it, but we've gone out today. We've got beautifully groomed trails. We've got a lot of snow. But what makes it nice, you're going through the woods, you're going over hills and just weaving through things. It's just a great ride out here. And we've only passed a few people. Not many people know about this. It's kind of a little bit of a secret, so it's something you want to take into consideration in the future when you're looking for a place to go. Great views though that are out here, and just an enjoyable ride with enjoyable people. I'm having a good time.
Whether you're an avid snowmobiler or a casual rider, you'll experience a great time in Ogemaw County. The trails are well signed, and if you're feeling a chill from the weather, just follow the signs to nearby restaurants and gas stations for a hot beverage and a warm-up. If you are truly adventurous and love the feeling of winding the engine up and flying over powder, you can head out to the public lands and woodlands. Or if you're up for a weekend ride with your club, friends, and family, then head for the groomed trails that interconnect with other groomed trails. Riding the trails throughout Ogemaw County, you will be able to reach places you never could in your car. Have you ever wondered what is over that hill or rise? You can check it out from your snowmobile. Enjoy the adventure and discovery of new panoramic vistas that you can only reach by snowmobile. Bring along your favorite snacks for a stop along the ride. Build a small fire to brew some coffee, roast some hot dogs, or break open a thermos of hot chocolate. Winter in Ogemaw County is the season when you may find more snow sleds than cars parked at the restaurants. It is the season that will fast become your favorite, and Ogemaw County will fast become your favorite winter playground. Fresh air and outdoor activities always stimulate our appetites, so it's time to head to downtown West Branch for a real treat at Geneva's. Located in the heart of downtown West Branch is Geneva Artisan Breads and Bistro, a quaint eatery offering hometown ambiance with big city flavor. Owned and operated by area native Brian Trammell, you'll experience his passion for delicious food and hospitality when you enter this bistro at 221 West Houghton Lake Road in West Branch. Everything is homemade, and the selection of bakery items, paninis, soups, and salads will have you spinning before you can place your order. Not sure what you want? Ask for suggestions, and the friendly staff will help you. You can even take bakery items home or back to your lodging for a treat later on. The restaurant's casual concept focuses on a warm and inviting atmosphere, especially appreciated on a chilly winter's day. We always look forward to punching a hole in the frozen lakes and setting our tip-ups for some great ice fishing. With an ice auger and just a bit of luck, you'll be catching your dinner in no time on the frozen lakes and rivers of Ogemaw County.
We're out here today. We're going to do a little bit of ice fishing, or at least try to. I can't tell you where we're at. I can't tell you the name of the lake because it is a secret spot and I've been sworn to secrecy. So I'm not going to give you that, but I am going to tell you that here in West Branch there are a lot of good lakes to fish. And Joe, maybe you could help us out there and give us an idea of some of the lakes that are really good.
Well, probably for pan fishing, it really depends on what you're looking for. But for pan fishing, almost all the lakes in the immediate area around West Branch are good. Peach Lake is one that comes to mind. A lot of great crappies, walleye. There are muskie in there, but you see northern pike, and so all winter long there's usually pretty good fishing in there. Lake George, there's two George lakes. There's a Lake George and George Lake around West Branch, and both of those have good ice fishing, a lot of good pan fishing. Right now we're up in the Clear Lake area, and the Clear Lake itself has some good pan fishing. It has northern pike. The biggest fish I've ever caught came out of Clear Lake, and it was a big northern, 42 inches, which is amazing to me.
Right now we're just kind of testing the waters here a little bit. We know there's a point that's sticking out here, and we're kind of trying to locate the fish themselves by doing some holes here and watching the graph.
I can look on the graph here and I can see some fish, but they're coming up and waving, and then they're going back down. They're not biting yet, so they're not in the mood quite yet. That's one of the things about ice fishing. You know, in the summertime you get in a boat and you can move around, you can find the fish pretty easy. In the wintertime, a lot of people tend to drill a hole or two and then they say, oh, that's not it. It's not going to work. When I come out here, my typical day is at least 14 or 15 holes and move around, and if there's a group of us, we'll spread around on the ice looking for the fish, and when we find active fish, we'll actually put more holes right in that immediate area and get everybody in the same spot, because they seem to kind of school up once they get hungry, and then you'll get a patch of them going, so we'll just all work the same area.
I need to get Heather on one of these fishing poles. The ladies typically have pheromones in their skin that makes it so they catch fish better than us guys.
There you go.
So,
there you go. Maybe I'll
I need to have Heather do that. I don't know.
Now you know why we made you come out here with us.
Yeah. How deep is the water right now, or what?
Right here around 17 feet. In this point, we were just out there on 24 feet.
Okay.
And I'm just trying to work the edge of this point a little bit, see where the fish are. They're typically all along this break. And like I said, usually early in the year I start back there. But I'm going to move to a couple different holes here and see if we can't find some fish. I usually give it about 4 or 5 minutes. If I can't get a bite, even if I see fish there, I'll move just to look and see.
Looking for something more active.
Sometimes a few feet away, the fish decide they want to bite.
For novices and seasoned anglers, ice fishing action can be fast and furious when winter steals the lakes under the ice. Once you find the perfect fishing spot, the process of ice fishing is not too complicated. Simply drill a large hole completely through the ice until you see open water. Now you're ready to attach your special lures to the jigging rods or tip-ups to catch the fish. Then just set up your portable seat so you can look down the hole to see what's happening. If it's a bit windy, you can always take a portable shanty out on your skid and stay warm and protected. Ice fishing opens your senses to an exciting winter event, whether you're enjoying the solitude of it or you're out with friends for a great time.
Now if you want to set it up and leave it for a few hours in one spot, it's got flaps, you just pile snow on it to keep the wind from blowing through it. It works really nice. Do you see the fish there?
See a fish. Yep, there's a little green strip there.
Yep. Now reel up just a little bit.
Depending on where you are, there are several active types of fish that school up and are easy to catch. The lakes are known for their bass, bullheads, pike, crappies, muskie, panfish, perch, and walleye.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Oh, beautiful.
Woo!
Look at the size of that one.
That is a monster.
Woohoo!
That's why I come
nice.
to this lake right here. Isn't that something?
That's awesome.
That's one of the bigger ones you'll get out of here. That's a good fish. Going for dinner.
If you love to fish and the snow and the crisp, fresh air, then ice fishing is another reason winter may be your favorite season. Heading out with light gear and a thermos of hot liquid, you'll find yourself in the midst of complete winter stillness and have the opportunity to enjoy nature and the peace and quiet that comes with it.
Yeah, jeez. Big ones are coming out now, huh? Decided they were going to eat a little.
From George Lake to Lake George, the Au Rifle and Clear Lakes, to the larger lakes, Sage and Peach Lakes, and not forgetting Hardwood Lake, the shallowest, there are places for you to fish in all directions in Ogemaw County.
The smallest fish of the day, but it's a fish, darn it.
Adding to our winter fun is the chance to enjoy a good time with friends at G's Pizza in West Branch. Warm food, warm hearts with warm friends. That's a great way to spend some time on a cold winter's day. In downtown Victorian West Branch, that is what is offered by G's Pizza. Bring the whole gang, as the restaurant seats more than 350 people. Since 1983, the Gallet family has been serving quality food at a fair price. What more could you ask for? Just head on down after a day on the trails, snowmobiling or skiing, or when you come off the ice and want anchovies instead of pike. Next, we head for the one-stop has-it-all winter fun of the Rifle River Recreation Area. The Rifle River Recreation Area offers many winter activities, including a winter festival in February. Located within the Au State Forest, there is winter camping all through the season, including the choice of 5 rustic cabins. This is the perfect spot where you can get outside and enjoy the things that northern Michigan winters have to offer.
We're standing in one of the highest points in the park. This literally gives you a bird's eye view of our surroundings here. You can see 4 of the 7 lakes that are in the park here. And there's also an eagle's nest that's viewable from here, and there's another new construction going on for an eagle's nest over here in the pine tree. So this is a popular spot for people to come and really get a bird's eye view of the park. This is also the site of the lodge of former owner of this property, Harry Jewett, who was an early auto engineer and developed an automobile. And he owned this property before the Parks Division got it. Actually, it was purchased by Fisheries first, and then Parks purchased it from Fisheries. So we've had it since about 1965.
The wilderness area offers 3 rustic campgrounds with more than 100 campsites. Rustic cabins are also available for rent. Located apart from the campgrounds, the cabins offer a simple retreat.
We're inside of the Grebe Lake cabin. This is one of the 5 cabins that we have here in the park. They're rustic cabins, meaning there's no electricity. The amenities in here are table with chairs. You have a surface over here for preparing food. You have 3 sets of bunk beds or 6 beds with mattresses. Outside you have a fire circle, a picnic table, wayside grill, a vault toilet, and hand pump on site. This location is on one of the lakes where you can put your boat in and come around here and dock it and fish from the cabin here and get down to your boat. The cabins rent for $65 a night, and they can be rented either through us. There's a 1-night rental during the week, and on the weekends it's a 2-night minimum.
The scenery is spectacular. When out on the trails through the recreation area, you will have opportunities to observe the resilient wildlife as they make it through the winter snows. Enjoy it from your snowmobile, cross-country skis, or snowshoes, or take to the Rifle River for some winter fishing. Snowshoers usually get very excited when they have the opportunity to break their own trail. That is exactly what you can experience when you go to the Rifle River Recreation Area. This is the jewel of this nature-blessed county, a wilderness located within the Au State Forest. Take your phone and Instagram your friends what it's like to experience the winter wonderland of the Rifle River Recreation Area. After a day on the trails and lakes, it's nice to be able to relax and enjoy wine tasting at Silver Lining in West Branch.
Well, Heather, we had a great morning out here, snowmobiling, cross-country skiing, but you said you had an idea that we could go somewhere and get warmed up a little bit.
Yes.
What do you got in mind?
Yes, we have the Silver Lining, and it's a great place to go for unique boutique gifts and wine tasting.
All right.
Let's go look at the neat gifts.
Excellent idea. Let's go ahead on in.
The Silver Lining is a boutique and wine tasting room on Houghton Avenue in downtown West Branch. The exquisite boutique offers unique and one-of-a-kind items, including luxuriously stylish purses, handmade journals, jewelry, home decor, gifts, handmade pottery, and more.
We're here right now at the Silver Lining Boutique and Winery, wine tasting room actually is what it is. You might remember these people. We came here on a wine tour one time, Pete and Samantha, and we've come back and we thought, what a great place to come to during the winter. We've been out playing in the snow all day. We wanted to come in, get a little bit warm, and maybe taste some wine. Maybe we'll try something in a red wine then.
That sounds great.
The wine tasting room features the wines and meads of Modern Craft Winery out of Ogemaw, Michigan. Samples are complimentary. Stop in and taste for yourself. It's such a tasty way to fight the winter chill. Winter fun brings the kid out in all of us, from making snow angels to sledding. And there's no better place to sled as we head to Irons Park in West Branch. Layers and layers of warm clothing cannot muffle the sounds of happy children sliding down the hill at Irons Park, downtown West Branch. The powdery white snows are crisscrossed with the patterns of the snow sledders. Ogemaw County expects a lot of snow every winter, and that's just fine with the young and young at heart who enjoy this age-old sport. Whether you are on a new plastic sled, an older wooden one, or one of your own creation, come to Irons Park for sledding fun. It's time to enjoy the quiet sports of winter as we take to the Powder, cross-country skiing and snowshoeing. Ogemaw County is well known for its outstanding cross-country ski trails.
One of the things you want to do here in the winter in West Branch is come out to the Ogemaw Hills Pathway. Cross-country skiing, what a great sport it is, and this is a nice trail to do it on. Joe, I see you got the sled out here. You're going to go out and do a little grooming today. Tell us a little bit about the trail.
Well, we're really fortunate. We've got 15 miles of ski trails here, and we've got all levels of skill levels. The council's been in existence since the early 80s when they established the ski trails here, and I've been skiing on those trails since then. In 2001, 2002, the ski council members asked me to join, and because I've used them so long, I really wanted to be part of taking care of that. Okay. And we have a dedicated group of groomers, and we've got 6 people that are active to groom the trails with us. And then we have a council that raises money to pay for the snowmobile that we use. This is a relatively new machine, and our groomer and the maintenance of the equipment. We're one of only 3 trail systems in the state of Michigan that gets reimbursed by the state of Michigan to groom the trails. So we actually get reimbursed for doing that, but we still do fundraisers, and we still use money from the community and donations to help pay for grooming the trails and buying the equipment, because of course what they pay us kind of reimburses us for expenses, but not for the actual cost of the equipment.
And the important thing to people coming up here is that these things are taken care of, and it's really nice out here. And you mentioned though different skill levels. Now a beginner comes out and he doesn't want to get into something that is too rough for him. Are there loops, different loops then, that he can avoid some of the harder stuff? Absolutely. The main parking lot is right near the corner of Fairview and Clear Lake Roads, and it's a pretty big parking lot. And if you stay within the first 3 or 4 different signposts of that and stay on this north end, those are all pretty basic trails. There's a nice scenic loop that goes off to the south through the pine trees. We have what we call our overlook loop, which is off the south end, which is probably one of the more difficult trail sections just because it has a couple of really big hills in it, and that has a bypass on our biggest hills. So any of the areas that we have really big hills usually have a bypass so people can get around it if they don't want to take on that additional challenge. Okay, what about maps out on the trail too? Every signpost, if you see over here, there's signpost number 1. Every signpost has a map on it, and you can look at it. It tells you, like there's a green marker underneath there, and it shows you that's the easiest trail. When there's a harder trail, it's blue, and then the really hard ones are black, similar to downhill skiing. So now, is most of this just a traditional type cross-country skiing out here? Yeah, we don't have a wide enough trail to do what they call the skate skiing. This is just the traditional inline cross-country skiing. Okay, which is really is kind of nice because this is beautiful woods that are out here too. Absolutely. This is just a fantastic area, and it's scenic. And you go out and you take your time and you really can enjoy it. We got everybody on some skis here and getting ready to hit the trail.
Ogemaw Hills Pathway is located at the corner of Fairview and Clear Lake Roads, just 5 miles north of West Branch. The trails wind through nearly 15 miles of the Au Sable Forest, providing groomed cross-country trails for all ski levels. The hills are moraines formed 16,000 years ago by retreating glaciers. More than half the trails are rated more difficult. 1/4 are easy, and the remainder are most difficult. Because of its location, skiers can usually count on 6 to 10 more inches of snow on the trails than in the lower areas around West Branch and Rose City due to the difference in elevation. The trails are used all year long by hikers and bikers, but they are simply glorious in the winter and are enjoyed by novice, intermediate, and expert skiers. The Ogemaw Hills Pathway Council is a group of volunteers that groom and help maintain the trails. Because of their dedication and hard work, the trails are known to be the envy of the state.
I made it! Woo!
What is your favorite activity? Breaking trail on the fresh fallen snow with your snowshoes? A thrilling ride on the trails on your favorite snowmobile? A day in a warm, cozy ice fishing shack catching your dinner? Or strapping on your skis and gliding through the enchanted winter woods? Well, I hope we were successful today, hooking you on all the activities that winter has to offer and making you fall in love with the season. You'll have to come to Ogemaw County and experience it for yourself. Let us know what your favorite winter activity is in snow country. Be sure to go online and vote for snowshoeing, snowmobiling, ice fishing, or cross-country skiing. Then check back to see the results. Be sure to sign in to the online adventure and request a DVD and more information from the West Branch Visitors Bureau. We'll see you on Facebook and hope you stay in touch following our tweets. And be sure to check our Pinterest boards for interesting photos to pin from our great getaways. Take note of the contact information on your screen to learn more about West Branch and Ogemaw County for your next great getaway. And thanks for taking this tour with us.